When he gets older, you'll notice, though, depending on how you raise him. It's not even based on how you raise them, in fact. Like, I'll explain what I mean. Like, my kids are both half, they're mixed. Like, my daughter, she's 13. When your kids are mixed, they can't be both. Do you know what I mean? Like, my daughter's 13 now. Her mother's Ecuadorian. I'm Indian. And I'm noticing my daughter at 13 is leaning towards the Indian side, right? And it's not a victory, trust me. We don't, the last thing we need is more. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know this, Christine, but in April of 2023, India passed China's population. We have finally outfucked you. It's really nothing to be proud of. The Chinese are still way more organized than the Indians will ever be. You could tell when you look at the military. The Chinese military is all. You look at the Indian military. We're never going to invade anybody. Pakistan, you're safe. We're never going to show. Come on, please. Just come home. Come home. So my daughter, 13, Ecuadorian and Indian, leaning towards the Indian side. Now my son, he's 4.5. His mother's Mexican. And I've noticed my son at 4.5 is leaning towards the Mexican side. And that's fine with me, but I got to be honest with you, it's a lot more Mexican than I was prepared for. I didn't know you could be this Mexican at 4.5 when you're only fucking 50% Mexican. Here's how Mexican my son is. Just laugh at this punchline, because I know you're not going to get it anyway, but the rest of the world will, so fuck you and laugh, okay? Here's how Mexican my son is. I was with him the other day and I said, baby, you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? He said, Home Depot. I said, wait, you want to go inside Home Depot? Outside. How does he know? You can't fight genetics. My son is Mexican as hell. Here's how Mexican my son is. What's your name, Mexican guys?
George.
Jorge?
Jorge.
Jorge and Javier. Jorge and Javi. Here's how Mexican my son is. Like I said, I live in Los Angeles. I have a pool in my backyard. And I have a fence around my pool. And yeah. He's halfway up the fucking thing already. I pulled him off. You know what he tried to do? Dig underneath. I go, what are you doing? My little chaporrito. And then my wife is Filipina. And, which is kind of awkward walking around the UAE with an Indian husband and a Filipino wife. Everyone thinks the driver's fucking the nanny. So my wife is, she's here. Where's my wife? Where are you, babe? Where is she? She's out there, right? Is she out there? Do you know where she is? Oh, she's over there? Get a shot of her so they could see that she's a real person. Babe, where are you? Stand up, hooker. There she is. That's her. That's the one I bought. Yeah. Anyway, my wife is Filipina, and she has 2 daughters, and those are my daughters now, because their dad wasn't exactly active, so I stepped in. I mean, he was active to make them, but after that, nah, you know. But so those are my babies now. Those are my girls. I raised them. Those are, but I raised them from 28 to 31. But my stepdaughters, they're half black and half Filipina. So I got black and Filipina and Hispanic and Indian all in one house. I should be getting a tax grant for something. I don't know. The only pure breeds in my house are my dogs. Muhammad, you'll appreciate this, since you're since you're the only closest thing to a black guy we have in here right now. I'm the first and only non-black man my wife has ever been with. So thanks. Those were some big penises to fill. Those were, the first time my wife and I did it, I was so scared I taped my balls to my dick, just so it looked like a Pepsi can coming at her, just. First time we did it, when I tell you I fell in love, I fell in, and I, like a turtle on his back. We can't have stools like this in my house. My wife's like, so, baby, where did that stool go? Here it is. I'm kidding. She's tight. She's tight. How old are your kids there, Tim?
11, 6, 4, and 3 months.
11, 6, 4, and 3 months. Wow. You space them out, and then you just rush the last few out. Nice. Congrats. And where's your wife? I guess with the 3-month-old back right now? Yeah, you're like, you have the baby, you'll stay home. Did you come with Martin? Not come with Martin, because obviously, judging by your track record, if you did come with Martin, he'd be pregnant. How old are you, Timmy?
39.
39. God damn. 39 and 4 kids. I'm 53 now. That's no, it's not. It's nothing to woo about. It's I'm getting old. How old are you? So are you old or no?
36.
36? Yeah, no, you're only 2 years older than my career. And that's not old to me. That was still the good old days for me if you're 36. You get older and young people bother you, you know? Like I used to think millennials were assholes. Because I'm Gen X. That's what I guess my title would be, Gen X. And then the millennials came along, we're like, fuck you, millennials. And the millennials like, what's your problem, dude? We're just the next generation. Why do you gotta be all old and you don't understand? And I'm like, we understand. There's gonna be somebody to come along and fuck with you. No, they won't. We're gonna be understanding. Then Gen Z showed up and millennials like, what the fuck is their problem? I'm like, it's inevitable as you get older, the next generation below you is going to annoy you. I remember when I was in my early 20s, a guy in his 50s came up to me and was like, your generation sucks, your music is trash, you haven't contributed to this world, I can't wait for life to kick you in the nuts. And I remember looking at him and thinking in my head, fuck you, you old bastard. You're just old and forgot how to enjoy life. When I get into my 50s, I'll never be like you. Ta-da! It's inevitable. You don't want to be like that, but you just can't help it, you know? You ever talk to young people and you're like, yeah, have a young person talk to you and you're like, just shut the fuck up. They want to tell you things. Hey, did you know? Did you know? Did you know you can shut the fuck up? Did you know that? Did you know that in the 80s, I was there? You're Googling my life. It's funny because like my generation, I'll admit this openly, that my generation is unreasonably annoyed by Gen Z. And I'll admit it to you, and I know there's some Gen Z people here. You could tell because you're all fidgeting like fucking crackheads because you don't have your phones right now. You're like... I just need one TikTok, man. Let me just check a TikTok, man. I got these cheeseburgers. That was for scratch. But everything that my generation doesn't like about you young people, that kid who answers questions and doesn't know he's answering them, What's your name, buddy?
Khalid.
What?
Khalid.
Khalid? Hey, Khalid. How old are you, Khalid?
18.
18, yeah, you're exactly who I'm talking about, yeah. We're gonna call you Khara Khalid. I feel bad because your mom's right there, but because every time I say something, your mom does this. Oh, yeah. This is the one time your mom was like, I wish I wore the full. I wish I wore the full. But one day I should have worn full. I bring Khara Khalid with me. Khalid, I'll tell you, my generation is mean to your generation. And I want to apologize, but I can't. But it's true, but here's the thing. Everything my generation doesn't like about your generation is actually my generation's fault. Like every single thing you guys do that we don't like, we made that happen. Like think about what our generation says about younger people. They're fucking lazy. That's our fault. Because my generation said, you know what? I'm gonna work hard so my kids don't have to work that hard. So they can enjoy life a little bit more. But now we're mad at them for it. Like, why don't you get a job? I got a job. I started a YouTube channel. I'm an influencer. What the fuck is an influencer? What do? I open packages. And I film it and I tell people what's inside the package. And I give them a review of the package. It's called an unboxing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Who watches this shit? I have 5 million subscribers. Influencer. That's a real job. We didn't have any influencers in my generation. Salah, did you know any influencers growing up? I knew one influencer. It was my dad's right hand. That was the only influencer I knew. Do the dishes. I don't want to. How about I influence you? I'll open your head up like a package. I'll tell everybody what's inside. Nothing. Unboxing. My generation boxed, this generation unbox. Pop, pop. Oh, look inside. It comes in great packaging. I really like it. It's a nice weight. It's got a good weight to it. But everything they do that we don't like, we did this. They're always on their cell phone. That's our fault. We made the cell phone. They don't know what life was like without the internet. That's our fault. We made the internet. They're soft. They never got beaten by their parents. We are their parents. It was our job to whoop their asses, and we failed. And I know I'm guilty of it, because before I had kids, I talked all kinds of shit. I was like, yo, you watch. When I have kids, I'm gonna fuck them up. What did I have first? A daughter. Nope, never gonna hit my daughter. 13 years old, sweetest little girl in the world. I raised my voice at my daughter. I raised my voice at my daughter once, and then I cried right after. You know what the worst part was? She consoled me. She was, it's okay, Daddy, you're a nice daddy. But if you think about it, every generation's ass whoopings got less and less and less to where it's at now. I remember my dad used to tell me how much better my ass whoopings were than the ones he got while he was whooping my ass. You're lucky, this is all you're getting. You know your grandfather threw a leopard at me? What? Where'd he get a leopard from? It was India, they were